What's up, guys? This is Gawdlikematt, and I'm here to share my thoughts on what I personally think is the best PvP weapon in Dark Souls 2. I'm going to explain how to get this weapon, what to do when you have it, and some strategies you should know to start taking down invaders at their own game. So if you're looking to start a PvP build, the first thing you're going to want to do, as soon as you start the game, is head over to the Forest of Fallen Giants. And when you're about to reach the second bonfire, turn left and go down this boarded pathway instead. When you get to the bottom, you'll find a cave guarded by a fire gecko. Also, be aware of an ambush as soon as you enter this cave. I can't count how many times I've almost died because I forgot about these guys. So once you get past the gecko, you'll find a chest with the treasure inside. The fire longsword. Now some of you may be thinking, you must be joking, or are you serious? But yes, I am serious. This weapon is closet OP. I say this because I don't think I've ever invaded somebody who had the same idea. For the most part, not a lot of people know about this or use this sword, but it's crazy powerful. So here's why it's good. So the first thing I'd like to get into about this weapon is the Fire Longsword has an absolutely amazing and OP moveset. Its attacks are just amazing for PvP. One of the main reasons being how fast this sword attacks. It has some of the fastest attacks out of any weapon I've ever seen in the game, aside from like knives and stuff. But this weapon, what this weapon has over weapons like knives is its range. Its speed and range is what makes this weapon so powerful. It has probably its scariest attack, its most fearful move, is the dash one-handed light attack. It is absolutely the most fearful move. You gotta watch out for this move when people are using it, because it is so fucking fast and it is so hard to evade, to time a parry, to hit before he hits you if you try to contest this attack. It is just a scary ass move. Not to mention, like I said, this sword's range is just so scary. Its dash two-handed light attack is a sort of plunging attack, and its heavy two-handed attacks are also plunging attacks. And the range on this move, it's kind of like you're using a spear. Obviously the range isn't as good, but it's very comparable because it attacks the exact same way a spear does, but with the speed of a sword. It's a really scary weapon, and with its speed and range, it just can't be contested. It even has a plunging stab animation after a roll, and its heavy attacks are nothing to scoff at either. They're pretty fast, they cover a lot of ground, and it's a moderately fast sweeping motion, and this sword can be very hard to evade. I can't count how many people I've killed who have actually tried to dodge roll out of this combo, and I killed them because of it. The second their dodge roll animation ended, I would just continuously hit them and kill them. And this moveset is just phenomenal. It's what makes this sword so scary. My favorite attack is definitely the one-handed dashing R1. It's definitely its strongest move in my opinion. And this sword is just an absolute beast to contest against in PvP. Once you've acquired this weapon, what you're going to want to do is use all the Titanite shards you've collected to upgrade it to +3. By the time you reach the Lost Bastille, you should have exactly enough Titanite shards to pull this off. If you need extras, you can buy them from the blacksmith in Majula. By the time you complete the Lost Bastille, you should have enough large Titanite shards to upgrade the sword to +6. There are a fuckload of large Titanite shards in the Lost Bastille itself. You can find a lot of them just by opening the secret path to Steadyhand McDuff's workshop. By the time I reached the bonfire of the servants' quarters, after defeating the ruined sentinels, I had a +6 fire longsword, and I was ready to start really playing PvP. So I joined the Bell Tower Covenant. Fighting players while in this covenant takes out two birds with one stone. Not only do you really get the experience of the Fire Longsword's fighting prowess, But for every player you defeat, you gain a Titanite chunk as your reward. This allows you to upgrade your sword even further. With enough victories, you will have the sword upgraded to +9 in no time. The Flame Longsword is especially effective with a weapon buff. If you're using hexes or sorceries, for example, you can use a weapon buff like Magic Weapon or Dark Weapon. Then this sword's damage output just becomes stupid. You start literally two-shotting players at this point. Once you get the sword to +9, you can easily finish the sword's final upgrade by using the Titanite slab you get near the beginning of the game. In the Forest of Fallen Giants, it could be found using a Pharaoh's Lockstone along with the Chloranthy Ring, another great item for PvP right off the bat. Also, by hitting rank 2 in the Bell Tower Covenant, you'll get the Sorcery Hidden Weapon, which, if you're going for trophies, is really taking 3 birds with 1 stone, given the Covenant is the only way to obtain Hidden Weapon. I recommend doing this on your first playthrough as soon as possible, as this will be harder on New Game Plus, with more experienced players and less invasions being successful in general. So this is my PvP guide and my personal opinion on the strongest and most efficient way to use this sword. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, leave a comment, tell me what you think. If you agree or disagree, I want to hear about it. Show some support with a sub, and I will see you guys in my next video.